Good morning, friends. It's good to be here this morning, and I love starting the morning off with a little bit of poetry. And that was Mary Oliver reading one of her really well-known poems called Wild Geese. Nice hot cup of tea on this rainy fall morning, and I'm ready to sit down with you all. I really love that poem because of the way that it sort of softly invites us or gives us the charge to just be who we are. And I know that can sound really, school counselor-ish, but there really is something extremely powerful when we can slough off all of these weights that we carry around from all of these things that we think we should be at any moment. When we can really start peeling back those layers of obligation and duty that really has been prescribed to us, right? Whether it's gender roles or whether you're how you're being situated into the racial caste system of Western capitalist America, whatever these roles are that have been handed to you, or rather, maybe even more appropriately, forced upon us. And sometimes they're big things on like a larger context of political kind of understandings of the world. And sometimes they're very intimate things. And sometimes those two things are not separate, right? They're not islands of experience. The way that we've been told how we have to perform in different situations is going to inform the way we perform in other relationships as well. And I think perform is a really good word to use in this case, because really we're like actors performing these roles that we have in a lot of ways. But Mary Oliver kind of breaks it down to this place of belonging. What is our belonging? She says you only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And you only have to let it. And that's what I was thinking about this morning is I'm sitting in my bedroom this morning, and I'm looking around at all of the things that I really I keep telling myself I need to do, but for whatever reason, this or that, I'm not making the time to do. Um, and I'm finding that I'm in this struggle with myself, struggle to fold the laundry or to hang it on its hangers, the struggle to, vacuum the rug, or uh, even the struggle to dust my altar and cleanse, you know, my prayer space. Uh, it's the struggle to force myself to do something automatically leads into this relationship of resistance. Um, as soon as it becomes something that's forced, there's a level of resistance. And I'm not sure if other people experience this, but I know that I do. And when I apply that same understanding to all of these other levels of responsibility that we have to one another, to the world as a whole, to the environment, um, to just anything, when we find ourselves forcing this way of being that doesn't just come from a natural loving place, um, we find resistance. And this is where it gets sticky, because it can often feel like when we are prying open these wounds and these layers of costuming and masking and all these things, it can feel like we're forcing something open. But I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference in when we stand in a place and we see the work that is to be done and we know we have the ability to do it. So we just do what's in front of us. And the other side of that is when we are in a space and we are forcing something to be, even if it doesn't fit. There's two very different ways of moving there. And I forget, when I get wrapped up in certain levels of existence, right? When I get wrapped up in the stories and I buy into all of the roles that are being handed out, I forget that my natural state, my go-to place, is to love. My go-to place is to belong and to know that everybody belongs. Uh, and as such, that everybody has certain inextricable uh, needs that are to be met by one another. We all need food and shelter and clean air and clean water, and we all need love and acceptance and kindness from someone in our lives. We all need, simply, um, from the poem Mary Oliver, to know that we belong, right? It's what she's talking about at the end of that poem. To know our place. Um, to know that we have place. And I think that the problems that we encounter with ourselves and with others is often the feeling of scarcity and insecurity, that we don't remember that each of us have place. And all we have to do is allow the soft animal of our body to So, how am I going to integrate this into my life today? How am I going to integrate the knowledge that we all belong just as we are? And turn that knowledge into an actionable way of being. Um, so that's where my practice is taking me this morning. How to integrate what I remember and what I know to be true for myself in this moment into the way that I sit with others and move through this world. I think the best place to begin is just to go to the breath. I think of all of the ways that we can move through the world. Moving with the breath is going to be a good place to start. So if you want to join me now in finding our meditation posture, simply that place of the least amount of stress or strain. If you're seated as I am in a cross-legged position on a pillow, rug, or mat, you can find yourself adjusting to become still for an extended amount of time. And doing this in a way that is comfortable on the body, that it's not causing harm. And this is important. We are not going to heal by causing harm. If you're lying on your back or on your side or just driving in your car, taking a walk, sitting at your desk at work, wherever you are, just find this moment to let the shoulders relax. Bring the shoulder blades together just slightly in the back to open the heart and open the chest. Relax the forehead, slightly lifting the chin. Relax the face. Relax the tongue. Soften your belly as you breathe in through the nose. And release. Allow yourself to feel the entire length of the breath moving in, to sit with curiosity in that space between the breath, and then to follow the breath all the way out of the body. Gently breathing in and release. When you find your thoughts begin to wander, just simply come back to following the sensation of breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Finding that still place. You can rest in this place as long as you'd like, exploring these widening and opening spaces inside of ourselves. Feel the pulsing of the body with the breath as the body expands and surrenders. As you open to these places, feelings and sensations will begin to arise from the body. You might have a surge of emotion move up from your belly or your chest or out of your hands, all the way up, right out of your head. As you breathe out and releasing yourself from these stuck emotions. Each breath of forgiveness. Breathing in grace, breathing out forgiveness. You are being born. In each moment. And when you're ready, begin to bring movement into the fingers and toes. Gently rolling the head and neck. Bring your palms together in front of the body and warm the hands. Placing them gently over the eyes. As you pull the hands away, opening the eyes, just sit for a moment with this open space. And I just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To know that you belong is to truly be born. Right in this moment. So thanks for joining this morning on the journey home. To be in contact, you can email me at journeyhomemeditation@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. Hariom.